Welcome back to Base Watches, your ultimate source for watch reviews and recommendations. Today, we're diving into the top 5 best watches for men in 2025. This year has brought us some remarkable innovations and stunning designs from the world's top watchmakers. Whether you're into luxury timepieces, rugged sports watches, or elegant dress watches, we've got something for everyone. So sit back, relax, and let's explore these incredible watches that are making waves in 2025. The Grand Seiko Evolution 9 GMT is a testament to the brand's dedication to creating exceptional timepieces. Since its establishment in 1960, Grand Seiko has continuously strived for excellence, earning a reputation for producing watches that embody the artistry of Japanese horology. As far as details, the case comes in at 41 mm in diameter and 13.9 mm in thickness. The Evolution 9 GMT now features crown guards that sweep smoothly from the lugs. In essence, the case retains the design language from the Evolution 9 dress pieces, but now provides some utility for more active pursuits. Water resistance of 100 meters and a sapphire crystal help support that utility. As far as other hints that these GMT watches are part of the Evolution 9 family, take notice of the bold applied indices. They're similar in shape, if not a tad beefier than those found on the dressier pieces. No matter which of the Grand Seiko Evolution 9 GMT models interests you, the cases come in high-intensity titanium with a matching bracelet that includes a push-button release. Additionally, there's a fixed titanium 24-hour external bezel with black numerals. When looking at the dials, the power reserve indicator is prominent yet smooth in its execution. That tells us that these watches are powered by a spring drive movement. They utilize the 9R66, which has 72 hours of power. Fans of real GMTs will like that the hour hand can be adjusted in jump fashion via the crown. A date window sits at 3 o'clock, and critics can rejoice that the date wheel is colored to match the dial. In conclusion, the Grand Seiko Evolution 9 GMT stands as a shining example of Japanese watchmaking mastery. Longines has a long and extensive history in watchmaking and often showcases its ability to capture the spirit of bygone collections. First up is the classic time and date watch, something that we probably all have in our collection. The case has been redesigned into a more classical yet modern style, with a 41 mm diameter, a height of 10.90 mm, a sloped steel bezel, and more elegant crown guards. The finishing looks nice, with brushed and polished surfaces alternating throughout the case. The crown still screws down, and the 100 meters water resistance makes it a perfect go-anywhere do-anything watch. A new dial configuration, available in black, blue, silver, brown or green sunray brushed finishes, replaces the bulky rectangular hour markers from the previous generation of the Conquest with more slender, tapered indices. Combined with newly designed hands and touches like the band of circular grooves on the outer edge give it a more refined appeal. The Longines L888 movement, which is visible through the caseback, is an upgraded version of Swatch Group's ETA a 31 automatic movement. Longines enhances this with a slightly reduced frequency of 25,200 vibrations per hour, a monocrystalline silicon balance spring, and an improved power reserve of 72 hours. The time and date variant of the Longines Conquest collection, 5 references in total, is fitted with a simple yet stylish 3-link steel bracelet with a folding clasp. It's available now for a price of €2,100, which makes it a very well-equipped and relatively affordable all-rounder. The Rolex Submariner was originally developed as a purpose-built professional diver's watch, intended to cater specifically to the scuba diving community. When it hit the market in 1953, the Submariner was the first wristwatch in the world capable of offering users a water resistance rating of up to 100 meters. Even though the Rolex Submariner is a tool watch at heart, Rolex knows it is a luxury item today, so there are little things here and there meant for looks more than for function. A good example is the sapphire crystal. Rolex applies a coat of AR on the bottom of the crystal, but not on the top. This allows for the top of the crystal to be reflective and sort of makes it more shiny to onlookers. This is arguably a design decision by Rolex to make their products stand out more. It works too. The Rolex Submariner case has changed very little over the years, but each improvement is welcome. The current size of the Rolex Submariner is 40 mm wide, but it wears large for that size. Dies ist because of the lug structure. I would say that the piece wears closer to a 42 mm wide watch. Originally designed as a commercial diver's watch in the 1950, the Rolex Submariner today has a water resistance of 300 meters and a design that is incredibly similar to the original. The Rolex Submariner is powered by the brand's self-winding caliber 3135 movement. Like other modern Rolex movements, the Calendar 3135 is designed and built entirely in-house by Rolex and is designed for precision and reliability above all else. Bulova kicks off the reissued Devil Diver collection with a limited edition of 666 pieces and a 41mm orange version featuring the Swiss Salita movement. This version was followed up with several less expensive colors, including the version we have today. The movements have been downgraded to the Miyota 8 series, while the cases have been enlarged to 44mm. Although I would have preferred this version to follow the smaller case format, at 44mm wide it feels smaller than you'd think. The bezel is set well within the edge of the case and the lugs are very compact. Therefore, it will not burden smaller wrists. Plus, it has a lot of personality. If you're looking for the fun of Doxa or Synchron Military but don't want to spend four figures, this Bulova game is a good alternative. The case shape is very similar and uses quite a few of its unique touches. Besides the colors, one of the main attractions of Devil Diver is the implemented 3D indicators. They sit on metal stands, add depth to the disc, and make viewing from an angle enjoyable. Despite being an entry-level movement, the Miyota 821D in the non-Ali Devil Divers category looks decent. The lack of hacking and a slower stroke rate is what you probably get in a vintage diver, plus it helps keep the overall cost low. It offers manual winding and speed dating. The Bulova Devil Diver Oceanographer is a compelling alternative to similarly priced Seikos. The latest generation of the El Primero family of movements is the Caliber 3600 seen in this watch. A few changes to the El Primero movement design have granted Zenith access to an entirely new range of timing options. For the Caliber 3600, Zenith changed which wheels drive the movement and the chronograph. Now, the chronograph is being driven directly by the escape wheel when running, and with the balance wheel oscillating at 5 Hz rather than the usual 4, an innovative set of gearing ratios allows the Chronomaster Sport to measure 1/10 of a second without the need for a second balance wheel and escapement assembly. Let's move on to the other half of this watch's contentious part, the case and the bracelet. The case measures 41 meters in diameter and 13.6 millimeters in thickness. It was a comfy size to wear and fitted my larger wrists well. I think this watch will fit both smaller and larger wrists, as mine meant relative ease. Even though the pushers stick out a little far, it's nothing to be concerned about. The cases had nearly every surface polished. Sometimes this doesn't work on a watch, and it makes it seem a little too conspicuous, but I think the black ceramic bezel is enough to break it up. Also, the lugs tops are brushed like the bracelet's external links, which works nicely. In conclusion, the Zenith El Primero Chronomaster is a masterpiece that encapsulates the brand's heritage and innovation.